I'm here at Early College High School, and I'm with the top 10 students here today, and 8 of the top 10 can make it. 2 are still taking tests, so it turns out that we're going to get some information from Early College High School students on what it feels like to be the top of their class. And we're going to have a great discussion. So today, I just want you to be relaxed and know that we're very proud of you in the Harlingen CISD for what's about to be accomplished here. Friday night is the first graduating class, and so what we want to know is just start off with your name, what elementary school you attended, what middle school you attended, where and why you chose Early College High School, and where you see yourself going from here for next year. It's a lot of information, but again, elementary, middle school, and why you chose Early College High School, and when did you decide, and why did you decide Early College High School? So we'll start off with you.
Well, first of all, my name is Ayman Moreno. In elementary school, I went to elementary in Mexico, and I came here when I was in 6th grade. I came to Burnham Middle School. And then when I was in 8th grade, I heard about this school, and it was the first year. And what it interested me about it is that you could save up time and money, and that's what I did. When I was here, I got over 80 hours at the TSTC campus, and I saved up myself like 2 years of college, so now I'm gonna go to Houston University after a junior.
Wow. Outstanding. Thank you.
My name's Suel Drete, and I went to Long Elementary and then to Lamar. And from middle school, I went to Gutierrez and then to Vela. And 8th grade year, I found out about Early College High School, which I thought was the best fit for me because I could save 2 years, and I ended up receiving my associates in biology.
Thank you.
My name is Laika Intal, and I actually came from a lot of elementary schools. I was in the Philippines, and I had about 3 schools there, and I'm not going to mention their names anymore because they're pretty long. And then I went to Nevada, then I went to Brownsville, and then Harlingen, and that's when I finally went to Long Elementary, and then I attended Memorial Middle School, and I was going to attend Med High, but then my parents were worried that I would have to travel and wake up really, really early, and it was just convenient that Early College High School was here, and the opportunities that were given to us, like the boys had said, the 2 years that you can save up. I thought that once I heard about that, this was like the right choice for me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Thanks.
And I will be going to UTSA after this as a junior.
Wow. Outstanding.
My name is Sarah McKnight, and I went to Bonham Elementary and then Vernon Middle School. And then I actually learned about this school from my parents, and I didn't want the typical high school experience, and this was a different school, and I know I got a different experience from everyone else that I used to know in middle school, and the opportunities were just great. And next year I'm going to University of North Texas up in Denton.
Okay. Thanks, Sarah.
Okay, my name's Alex Ruby Soto. I went to Lamar Elementary, and then I went to Gutierrez, and then to Vela Middle School. And then in 8th grade, I found out about this school, and I did not want to go to South or any other high school. Yeah, my first choice was Med High too, but Early College seemed funner, I guess, and I like unique things, so I know this school was going to be unique. So, and besides my best friend over here next to me was going to come too, so that was even going to be even better. And I'm planning to go to Texas A&M College Station to be a pharmacist.
Thank you, Alex.
My name is Leticia Abigail Reyes, and I went to Long Elementary and then Memorial Middle School. And well, at first, my counselor at Memorial told me about ECHS, and she told me that I should apply. So I did. And then I didn't think I was going to get accepted, so I wasn't really worried about it. But then when I did get accepted, I didn't really want to come because I wanted to go to North because all my cousins went there. But then I decided that, well, I wasn't going to be in sports or anything like that anyway, so I should try this out. And, well, I enjoyed my time here.
Okay. Good.
My name is Salma Ramos, and I also went to elementary in Mexico. And then I came here when I was in 4th grade, and I went to Lamar Elementary, then Gutierrez and Vela Middle School. And I decided to come here because really didn't understand the concept of the college credits and everything, but I just like the idea of a smaller high school. And you know, of course my best friend also was coming here, and you know, we didn't want to separate from each other, anything. And after this, I'm planning on getting my teaching degree and major in mathematics, and I'll hopefully be attending Kingsville and do some classes here at TSCC still.
Okay, thanks.
I'm Melissa Martinez. I went to Crockett Elementary and Jefferson Elementary, and then middle school I went to Vernon Middle School and Vela Middle School. And actually my math teacher was the one that told me about this school, and she said it would be a great fit for me, so I decided to apply. I wasn't sure if I was going to get accepted, but I did, and I'm glad I made this choice because it saved me a lot of time and money, and I'm going to go to UTPA this fall.
UTPA, okay, good. A lot of different universities, a lot of different schools represented, and a couple of you from outside the country as well. So shows that in this country and in this school district, you can do quite well. Let's just have a discussion now, and don't just feel relaxed, because what we'll do is just have, and we'll learn from you. And I want the audience watching on television, when they see this show, I want them to feel like I can connect, or something that will give them some insight, so that one day maybe they too will be a top 10 student. So at this point, let's talk about, you had options. Several of you said something about Med High or other options, but you chose early college high school. Does anybody want to talk about or talk to the fact that this is an option, and for those that were in 8th grade or 7th grade or 6th grade right now, to consider early college high school, and why they should consider early college high school over all the options that they might have? And y'all don't have to do it all at once. No.
Well, I think this is a very good program because, well, as we said, it saves you a lot of time and money. And you know, you might not understand this when you're in middle school and you're like, well, college, you know, it seems so far away and everything. But, you know, if you start thinking ahead and planning and everything, and this is a really, really good idea, and it did help out a lot. And yeah, like we said, especially for some of us that came from other countries, like me, I'm a first generation college, well, the first generation that went to college. And this program definitely helped me a lot in that. And a misconception that I had was that I thought, you know, when I came here, well, everybody's gonna be super smart and I'm gonna feel kind of, you know, dumb and left out. But no, it was actually pretty well. I consider myself an average student, you know, not completely on a roll, but you know. And here, well, I ended up in the top 10, and it was really a big accomplishment for me.
Well, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else?
Oh, okay, I'll give it a shot. What was the question again?
Now, you had a choice. Let's go back, because you specifically mentioned Med High,
yes.
and so, but you chose early college high school. So, why would a 6th grader watching, or 7th grader watching, or even an 8th grader say, "Wait a minute, I want to go to Med High," but listening to Leica, this might be a little different?
The thing that sets early college high school from Med High was that it was very convenient since it's very close by. You know, you don't have to travel 40 minutes, and you know that's a lot of time that you can be doing something. And also, ECHS does not limit you. You are open to many opportunities. TSCC, not a lot of people know this, but it's filled with many programs. We have aviation, we have CNA, we have like all the different departments. And here, I mean, I know like some of us, even some of the top 10 here, did the teaching thing, and they were able to go to was it elementary schools? Yeah, and they actually got like hands-on experience and stuff. So I think that would really benefit whoever is not really undecided in what they want to do yet. They can have a good feel of what they want to do and still get the basics that you need. You know, those, it's still important to get that.
And I think it's important also to understand that what 3 or 4 of the students said is that they will be beginning college next year as juniors. And when we talk about that, that means that they're leaving their freshman and sophomore year behind and enrolling at universities as a junior. So again, does anybody else want to talk about that as an option, and the fact that you're walking into a college environment next year as a junior in college? Does anybody want to speak to that? The fact that they're walking, I think you mentioned, Alex, you said that you're going to be a junior next year.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attend Texas A&M College Station. It's pretty big compared to TSDC, so I am kind of shy, but at the same time I already had that experience, so I won't be that shy anymore. And I'm a person that talks a lot, and it's easily, like, I can make friends easily, so I think that's going to be a big help in a big college. But definitely this experience here in early college high school is going to help me a lot compared to other that are going to be freshmen at A&M. So I think it's going to be even better for me because I already going to know the experience and how I have to sit down and take notes instead of like in a regular high school class that you just sit down and do work. Actually there you have to sit down, pay attention, write notes, and then go home and study by your own or with friends, and it's just way much different than just a regular high school.
Right. Thanks for sharing. Yes.
Okay. And I think that's one of the most important things about like coming in as a junior, the fact that ECHS has trained us. You know, we won't be new to, you know, that field anymore. We won't be lost. We have that hands-on experience, 2 years. And studies show that it's the first 2 years that your classes will be very packed, right? You have, what, hundreds in your class because everyone will be taking the basics. Now, we don't have to go through that. You know, we can focus on our major already as junior, and we can take the advantage of, well, we have the advantage of having the smaller classes now. So I think that's very important.
Thanks for sharing, Leica.
I guess I could say something. Well, I'm going to STC to get my RN, and I don't have to start as a freshman since I'm already going as a junior. I already have most of my classes out of the way, so that makes it easier to I just need to take my prerequisites to get into the ADM program, and then, well, that makes it easier because I already took all my basics, so I don't have to wait as long as some other students do to get into to apply to the program, because they have to finish everything first. But since you're already done, well, you can just go. And the advisor there told me that if I graduate, I'm going to be the youngest RN that they've graduated from STC. So. Wow, so the youngest graduate, so you've got something to look forward to. Outstanding, outstanding. Okay, let's talk about the 4 years. 4 years ago, was this fast? First of all, was this a fast from freshman year here at early college high school to now?
Yes.
Was it fast? Who wants to talk about that and let others know that, specifically those that are going to come from middle school to high school, tell them how fast their lives will be going the next 4 years, and what are some things they can take from you or glean from you to be successful in high school? Anybody want to start that off?
You're very right on that. High school has been very fast, like light speed, and I think one advice I would give the middle school students is that, you know, you have to cherish every moment, every day, every time you learn something new, every time you experience something new, you meet new people. Cherish everything that you've come across, because that's very important, and you're gonna look back and say, wow, I wish I would have spent more time with my family, with my friends, or studying, because you can't return. You don't have a time machine and you know, go back in time. I mean, you have once to get it right, and I think that they should just like really take their time and get as much as they can out of this program, especially ECHS. There's so many opportunities, and I think they need to really take advantage of that.
Right.
I'll say too, to be as much as involved as possible, be in student council, be in media club, be as many clubs as you can, because here we don't have that many, but we're getting more. So sometimes you kind of lose the high school experience because you're here because of college, but then if you start actually being in the clubs and stuff, you'll get the high school experience that you might have gotten in Harlingen High or in South. So try to be as much as involved here, and you will have fun. Like I don't regret coming here. I did had a lot of fun. And the dances, we do have a lot of dances and stuff. So it's not like just study. We actually have a lot of fun things. Even I think we even have like little festivals that other high schools don't have. So that's something unique about us too.
So a lot of social opportunities
Yes.
as well. Good, good. Anybody else?
I guess, I don't know. Do you want to talk?
Okay, well,
Okay.
yes, like I said, you know, try not to rush through things and just remember each little moment, you know, as you said, because, well, you do kind of have to mature a bit faster than regular students because you are introduced into, you know, a college class with the older people and everything. So it helps like a lot to make friends and, you know, keep them close. And yeah, you know, have fun too. You know, you're still in high school.
Right.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
Because what Ruby says that there wasn't a lot of clubs, but for me, I think we have quite a bit of clubs. We have media, student council, engineering, math, science club. We have a band, and not a lot of people know that. I don't think the other high school think that we have a band, and they make their own music. And we also have art club. We have gardening. We have ecology. So as long as you stay informed, you will get the high school experience that you want. And the great thing about this school is that we're new and you can build new clubs that you want to. Because, I mean, we didn't get, oh yeah, we also have NHS. I mean, we didn't get half the clubs that we wanted if we hadn't petitioned for it. You know, we wanted to build those clubs, and that's what I think ECHS is all about. You're building your own future. You're building whatever the school is all about.
Right. Anybody else to that? On top of that?
Well, in 4 years isn't a long time. Like right now, people, like when you're in middle school, it seems like it's like a really long ways, but it's not. It goes by really, really fast, and like you look back and it's like we're like I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, like when did that happen? It's just it's just so fast. So it's like, so yeah, just enjoy it.
Speaking of that, let's staying on that same topic. Does anybody, because this is the first four-year group, this is the legacy class. You guys started when only the 9th grade was here. You started as 9th grade solo. You went to 10th grade, then there were 9th graders and you as 10. So y'all have set the trail, or y'all have been trailblazers for not only the district and this campus, but for students along the way. So now, in the 4th year, this Friday night culminates the first graduating class, but you are now looked up to as trailblazers by 9th, 10th, and 11th. Now your senior class is graduating. So does anybody want to tell a story about how it's evolved? I think, like you mentioned, that there were opportunities, all of these ecology clubs, all these different clubs, they became reality because you guys thought them through. So you all set that foundation. But is there anything else that has just evolved as a result of what you've done? For example, the cross. Want to talk about the Loop 499 and crossing Loop 49 and 499? Do y'all want to talk about that?
I remember freshman year, I mean, years ago. Now we can say that, right? We would have to go around, you know, to where the stoplights are at, and like press the button and wait for the longest time, and like walking groups and stuff. But now that, you know, we have that pathway, and you know, we actually have signs, you know, stop. and I think TSCC has been very supportive because they always have a cop right there and make sure like all the cars are following the rules.
Right.
And I think that's really good.
Yeah. So not only from just walking across the street, now you have the crosswalk painted and everything else, but that, and police
we have
officers.
someone watching us.
Yeah. So anything else that you found? Wow, this is something that has evolved that's made it better for. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, our freshman year, we used to call this the box because it was just this and that's on, and then we only had like one window of the whole building, only one window. It was Miss Martin's class, and everybody would like make fun of it because it's just one window, like one window of the whole building. And then the classes started going more and more, and next thing you know, we have what do you call it?
The portables.
Oh, yes.
And then we used to,
extension.
yeah, and then we used the housing offices that used to be from TSTC. Like we would have our classes there. Oh my God, it was just crazy because we would just have classes go. Yeah,
Parking lot for the students.
yeah, exactly. And now we look and they have all these fancy rooms now. And we're like, wow, we're leaving now, and they have this.
Yeah, yeah.
The vending machine.
Yeah.
I know. And
Yeah.
now they have even TVs. Like our last year, like they're trying to get everything. It's sad.
That office
But-
room used to just be the serving line for the cafeteria.
Yeah.
It used to be so long. If you didn't get there early, you didn't get lunch.
So y'all remember, now these are bringing up memories of how this has evolved, but you see that's part of being a trailblazer. That's part of being obviously understanding that things need to change, and as they change, as you notice, the district said, hey, we've got to plan for these students and have the same thing that other campuses have, if not better facilities as well. So.
Even a nurse, we got a nurse this year. And like if you were hurt when we were freshmen or sophomores, I think we had to walk all the way to TSTC just for the nurse. But it's nice to have a nurse finally.
Well, Mr. Art Cavazos is the deputy superintendent, and one of the things he's always advocating, and he's always said we can't have one thing at one high school and our two comprehensive high schools that we can't have at Early College High School. So, you know, that's from the buildings to the grounds to the maintenance to nursing and teaching and learning. Sarah, you were going to say something else as well.
Okay, I think one thing that has evolved the most is our engineering club. Quiet. This was one of our first clubs, and at first we were just going to do rockets, but then Mr. Valencia, our sponsor, told us about the robotics competition. But our first year we went to the meeting. We tried, but then we gave up on the robots competition. Then we just focused on rockets, which we didn't do our best at, but we built model rockets out of cardboard tubes that went several hundred feet in the air. But then the next year, we went back to the robotics competition. We actually had tools, and we tried. And we got 14th, which isn't spectacular. It was better than not doing anything.
Right.
Because it was our first time.
Yeah.
And then the next year, we were still considered the underdogs because we were a new school. We still had no seniors. Nobody thought we knew what we were doing, but we got 5th place. We got higher than Harlingen High and South, which we're very proud of.
And where was this competition held, Sarah?
This is called the Best Robotics Competition. They give us a field, and we have to complete a task on that field and program a robot to do specific things, and then students are controlling the robot.
Wow.
But then the next year we did even better. We placed. We got 4th. We got our school's first trophy, which is now in our case, with the wheel from our robot, which was the only thing we were allowed to keep. Our media club won best video there, and we also won best use of the engineering process, which is how we built our robot. We did the best.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's outstanding. So y'all went up against the big boys and beat them. I mean, and the tradition. Wow, that's exciting for me. That's exciting for me. Anybody else want to ask or add to that? Josue? Everything was brand new, and Josue, let's talk about that though. I'm gonna while the mic's there. Because one of the things we talked earlier, and you said that one of the things that you want to do is attend a university, and you might be attending the university next door or across the street. And we're not talking about TSTC in general, but specifically you were talking about the university center. Tell us about that.
Well, I had heard it was an option. I heard they were going to offer the Bachelor's of Biology, and I had considered it as an option. But I think recently I decided to go to Pan Am.
Pan Am.
And go get my bachelor's in biology and pre-med, and then transfer to San Antonio for medical school.
Wow. What's important about that is that what was discussed earlier was that you have the opportunity to not only graduate from Early College High School and then go across the street to a 4-year institution where what that is history being made in Harlingen, not only in the city but in the entire district, because you can actually for the first time ever beginning next year not only graduate from high school in Harlingen but actually from Harlingen itself graduate from a 4-year institution. The University Center here at TSTC will have various universities like UT Pan Am, UT Brownsville, University of Houston, Our Lady of the Lake, and several other universities that will be partnering with that. So thanks for enlightening us that, and that gives us the opportunity also to highlight the uniqueness here with regards to that possibility as well. And you mentioned that as well. Did you say that as you look at education that you at Kingsville, but it might be held here? So you want to talk about that?
The new building that they're, the one they're building here, for that one, I think that's the one they're making for all these other universities that are going to come here and everything. And you know, that's why I chose Kingsville, because as I understand, they're going to come down here and have the classes here. So you'll be a Kingsville student, but you don't have to go all the way over there. You know, you can just take your classes here. And TSTC has this program for education with Kingsville, and all your classes automatically transfer. And I actually had the option of, you know, if I had gone to college in the summer, stayed here at TSTC, get my associates in education, and then, you know, being able to have my bachelor's in education by the time I'm 19.
Wow.
Yeah, but I kind of, I needed a break, so
yes.
I'm taking a break. And I think I did more than, you know, most people at my age. So.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I don't want to rush things too much either.
So now if you get your diploma or your degree and bachelor's degree in education by 20, Deputy Superintendent Arturo Cavazos will probably try to hire you immediately. So what do you want to teach? What grade and what area do you want to teach?
Well, I like working with kids, so I'm thinking about being an elementary teacher. Any grade is fine. And also I want to major in mathematics, so you know, maybe later on also teach mathematics at a high school or something.
Outstanding. So again, great opportunities that we also in Harlingen CISD get to cultivate with our students. The possibilities are endless. So thanks for sharing. Let's talk a little bit about you're here today. We'll get to graduate TSTC. Let's talk about adversity. Let's talk. Adversity is, you know, where people looking at this will say, well, of course, these students have it made. They're the top 10 students at the class. There's a billboard that'll be there for all the city to see and all the surrounding area to see. These students had it made. I want you to think back to any point in your career education, whether it's elementary, middle, or here at TSTC, where it's not as easy as what most people would think, and as a result, what you did to be successful. Does anybody face adversity that you say, you know, this is a point in my life where this was kind of tough and I did this as a result?
Yeah, I think it was definitely hard. You know, this, we're being top 10 and everything, that's just a result of everything that we worked hard for. And I think all throughout, you know, we had different challenges and everything. And as I said before, you know, you do have to mature faster, and you know, it is a little bit tough. But also, as I said, you know, I just consider myself an average student, and I made it this far. So I think, you know, this school gives the opportunity for everyone, not just the people that are top class always, you know, to gain a lot of things.
Now, you said you came from Mexico at what, in 4th or 5th grade? 4th grade. What did you think when you came from Mexico to the United States and to Harlingen? Did you think this is going to be tough? And because here you're sitting and you're a top 10 student at one of our high schools, and that's a great story, and you might be able to motivate, and I'm not saying might, you will motivate others that are in your shoes, because you're not the only one that has done, you know, what you arrive at 4th grade or 5th grade. Was that tough transition for you?
Yes, it was. Well, at first, I really didn't want to be here, you know, because all my friends were over there, my family, and it was very, very different. But well, my first year, it wasn't as tough. You know, everything was given. I didn't speak English, obviously, and everything was given to me in Spanish. And then I came to my 2nd year, 5th grade, and that was, I think that has been the most challenging year, you know, even more than any year in high school, because that's when my teacher really challenged me and, you know, basically told me, you're going to learn English. And to this day, I still keep contact with that teacher because she really pushed my limits. And I guess she inspired me a lot, and thanks to her, I kind of am where I am now, because she would also tell me, she told my parents, you know, she's very bright and she can be in honor classes and all these things, things that, you know, I never thought for myself, you know, I would have. But yes, and you know, for all those other students that are like that, you know, don't, I guess, let your diversity or anything hold you back, and because you can go as far as any student that has been here, you know, since they were born, or we know that we're presented with a lot of opportunities, and it's just a matter of, you know, taking advantage of them.
Very, very well stated. And I'm going to come back to your teachers, 'cause I'm going to ask a question about the teachers. So thanks for sharing some adversity. Yes.
Okay. Well, I've been top 10% since my freshman year, and I would have never, ever in my whole life would have guessed that. Freshman year, I just remember Miss Corton calling me to her office, which is not her office anymore. But I remember going, and I was like, all like, okay, did I get in trouble or something? I was really shocked when she told me I was top 10%, and then I called Mom, and she even cried, and I'm gonna cry now. Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay, you can talk now.
Okay, pass the mic. I personally think, you know, I don't think we didn't have it made for us. The school, it was very rough, you know, to begin with. And I think all our backgrounds, you know, we have different ones. I don't know everyone's story, but for me also, I didn't speak English when I came here. I was 10, and nor did I speak Spanish, so I didn't have anyone translate anything to me. So I was pretty much lost. So I mean, I had to. You know, my mom would tell me, "You're gonna wash the dishes if you don't speak English." So that's how she motivated me. And then looking back at that, and you know, we came from Philippines, which is a third world country, and you know, we were very fortunate over there. But then now that, you know, looking back at it, it doesn't matter where you came from or what you had in the past or how difficult it was. What matters is what you do with your life, how hard you work, and you know, if you have a vision and you set your goals straight, you know, as long as you keep running towards that finish line, I think you will achieve whatever you have.
And what's that final finish line education-wise you want to share with the audience and the group what that's going to be? Because I'm excited about what you're going to say.
For me, well, I have a lot of dreams, but I do want to become a cardiologist, and the fact that, you know, by the time I'm 20, I'll be finished my pre-med. So by the time I'm 24, I think we'll have our PhD and then residency after that, and then specialization. And I think, you know, I really think early college high school, because, you know, now I don't have to compete with my age grade. I mean, with people my own age. I get to excel and be in competition with the people who are older than me.
Right.
You know, and I can't thank early college high school enough, you know, from all the teachers, the staff, especially Ms. Corton. She has helped us and lead us throughout everything that we've done throughout this whole entire 4 years.
I think you said a lot of things important. All of you have said a lot of great things, some nuggets that a lot of us can take away from here. But one thing that I think is resounding, we talked earlier about Med High, and I'm not focused on Med High because but they do take some of our better students. But what you have proven is that you're actually ahead of that by 2 years, because you have your associate's degree, and in 2 years you'll have your pre-med degree from UTSA. So as you move forward, this is something also that I think we really have to capitalize on, because it gives that option. So thanks for sharing. You've been very quiet. You want to add anything about how you feel that adversity, or it was tough at one point and you overcame that, and share that with others so you can inspire not only myself, but others like me?
Well, I want to add about the opportunity and how the top 10 has accomplished a lot of things, but I wanted to say that you don't have to be top 10 to save those 2 years of college. Because most of the people I know here, like everybody, like, doesn't matter the ranking, like they did good, they have a lot of college hours, and so basically as long as you want to, you're gonna be able to save a lot of money and get a lot of college hours here.
Thanks for sharing that. That's very true, that you don't have to be a top 10 student, but to take advantage of the wonderful opportunities here with regards to college credit. So thanks for sharing that. Anybody else as far as adversity or something that you want to share with the audience? Yes.
I want to say that, like, it was hard being here because we were the first ones, and well, it was a new experience for everybody. So like getting some of the classes at TSDC was difficult, like getting registered for those classes, because like some of the classes sometimes they wouldn't make, or we weren't on the roster, and we'd have to go back and be like, well, why aren't we on the roster? And and then sometimes like they would, like we would go to a class and we just weren't registered for them, or we'd go to classes, or we wouldn't go to classes that we were registered for because we didn't know that we were registered for those classes. So sometimes it was kind of confusing, and sometimes classes that we wanted we couldn't take, and well, it was hard to get where we are now. So no, it wasn't easy, and I don't think we had our way paved for us. More like we kind of had to like make it ourselves.
I think we made the pathway smoother for everyone, you know, behind us.
No, I think that's an excellent point, because it is something that as you learn and you get to that, then you have to you have to customize, and the district did that, but you had to learn the hard way. But by doing that, it has paved the way for others. So thanks for sharing that. Now let's talk a little bit about, a couple of times you mentioned teachers. You were mentioning a teacher or someone. Here's your opportunity to give a shout out, for lack of a better word, just a shout out to someone who's really inspired you, that's a teacher, that's an employee of HCISD or from the Philippines, or anywhere that you feel this person really helped me out a lot. Because I think it's going to go and prove well in your lives that support groups are important. You can't make it in this world alone. You can, but you can make it much better with a support group. So any shout outs to any teachers, any staff, or anybody that you want to talk about and give commendations?
Who wants to talk first?
Oh, Mr. Valencia. Mr. Valencia is our math teacher, and he's always really happy, and he always has time for you. And I remember one time I was sitting, there are some chairs out in the front, and I was sitting right there, and I was just having a really bad day. And he walks out with a bag of M&Ms, and he's like, here, you can have these M&Ms because chocolate always makes everything better. And that really made my day.
Wow.
So I think I want to thank Mr. Valencia because he's always been there for us all 4 years.
Outstanding story. Thank you for sharing.
Mr. Valencia is the one that changed my major because I wanted to be an obstetrician. And then I was in his class because I was an avid tutor, and we were just there. And then he told me, he's like, oh, you know, there's this really, I have a friend that he's a pharmacist, and he told me that they need more women in that are Hispanic. So it will be like a really good opportunity for you and all this stuff. He told me, and then after that I searched it, and now I want to be a pharmacist because of him.
Wow.
So, oh, and my 5th grade teacher too, the same one that we had 5th grade, she's been awesome too, and we still contact her. And then my other teacher that made a huge impact in my life is Miss Wright from, well, she was in Gutierrez and then she switched to Vela, but she was my 6th grade teacher. She's the one that put me on pre-AP. So because of her, I started being on pre-AP, and that's how I became, I guess, better.
Wow.
But yeah.
Thanks.
The teacher that helped me the most was my 10th grade English teacher here, Miss Hedrick. She's no longer with the Harlingen School District because she moved somewhere closer to her home, but I honestly, I hated English so much. I'm a math person. I don't write essays. I didn't even do well on tax essays because I didn't want to try, but I took her class, and she taught me how to think more and how to write what I meant to say instead of what I thought they wanted to hear. And I spent my whole free period for a year in 10th grade in her classroom just learning about other things other than English. But and then I was her TA in 11th grade, and after she left the school, I still babysit for her now all the time.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, for me, it's Mrs. Hall, and she's she helps in Lamar Elementary, and she's I guess helps them the bilingual students and stuff. And honestly, I don't remember much about what I did when I was with her, but I know that she also encouraged me a lot. And it was her and Miss Maris and Mr. Klein from here, from Early College, and we're just the whole the math teachers here. They've been great, and all of these teachers, you know, they helped me out a lot, not by what they taught me in their class, but by believing in me and, you know, just showing me that I can accomplish a lot. And but yeah, they have all been great, and I think it's because of them that I'm here now.
Wow, it's great stories.
I know I already talked, but
no, that's okay.
I thought it was just going to be early college high school teachers, but since you're mentioning other teachers, my first grade teacher at Long Elementary, Mrs. Mitchell, I'm sure she's watching, and I just want to thank her because she is just an amazing person in general. She's really sweet, and she is the way I think all teachers should be. She is she's really sweet, and she really cares about her students. And I didn't know this, but I went back to Long Elementary because my brothers go there, and I saw her, and she still remembers me, and she's like, I'm still keeping track of you and everything. So she taught me how to read, and I love to read. So I just want to thank her because she's so awesome.
Wow. She'll be able to see you on the billboard in the next day or two. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I guess Miss Coronado, because she really pushed me to take pre-AP courses when I was going into middle school. And if it wasn't because of her, I don't think I would have been here.
Right.
Really. So I want to really thank her.
Mrs. Coronado in what middle school?
No, elementary.
Elementary school.
Jefferson Elementary?
Jefferson. I want to make sure I get it right because teachers, there's a lot of times that, you know, it's not really about pay, it's about making an impact in their lives. So when students come back and are sharing their names, it's so valuable to them, so valuable to them. Well, I'm almost done through with this conversation, but I want you to feel comfortable in just telling me or the audience that, you know, as they come through the last few years of their high school careers, some advice that you want to give them that you wish you would have had that may have made a difference as well. So what advice, if any, would you give to any students?
Well, I have something to say that's not really advice.
That's okay. That's okay.
Well, when you walk on the TSTC graduation, it feels awesome because you're sitting with a lot of strangers, but at the same time, you might know some. But it feels awesome because you're like the youngest there, and everybody's just looking at you like, what? She's graduating from TSTC? And it just makes you feel so special, I guess you can say, that you are actually able to do that here in Harlingen. So I think it's really awesome that you get to walk at a college graduation.
Now what Alex is saying as well, so those that don't understand what that meant, is that she actually graduated April, or 1 month before high school, which is going to be this Friday. So again, the opportunity for students to graduate first from college and then high school is a foreign concept, but it is very real here at early college high school. So thanks for sharing, Alex.
Anyone else?
And my advice would be to just work hard and you know, try not to slack off because it does kind of cost you a bit. But work hard and it really pays off. And you know, this last month of school, this is when you see everything that you worked so hard for, you know, just, you know, come alive and everything. And as you said, it feels just wonderful, you know, being able to walk with those, you know, graduates that are like 30, 25, you know, like almost twice as old as us. And you know, when you're up there in that stage, you know, receiving your diploma, and your parents are, you know, in the audience and looking at you, and it's just a wonderful feeling I have.
Wow.
And yeah, well, I expect the same for my high school graduation.
Right. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else? Anybody else want to give some advice to students that they can take they can take it or they can leave it. But if they take it, it may prove to be a very, very, very valuable piece of advice.
Well, you can go first. Okay. To keep your mind open. Like some people, there are a lot of different careers out there that sometimes you don't even hear about. And I think TSTC is a good opportunity to see different careers. Like you can try out different things, see if you're interested, because sometimes you think that you want to do one thing, but then you realize that it's not really your thing. And it's a good way because TSTC is a good opportunity because you're not wasting money. Like some people change majors like halfway through and they're like completely different majors, and well, I think that's a waste of time because you change like in the middle. But if like from the beginning you already know what you want to do, I think that makes it easier. So like keep your mind open and try different things, and don't be so set in what you're doing. Like try to see other stuff around you.
That's awesome advice. I wish you had told me that when I was in high school. I would have listened, and who knows what I could have become. I could have been that cardiologist. Who knows? But Ms. Intal?
I think for me, it's mainly about, you know, you have to be yourself and be comfortable in your own skin. Here at Early College High School, you're not pressured to be anybody else. You know, you are your own self. If you want to be a leader, go be the best leader that you can be. If you want to work on robots and you know, shoot off rockets, you know, be the best that you can be at shooting off rockets. Yeah, I think that's the main thing about Early College High School, is that you get to establish yourself, and that's you. And you know, people don't tell you what to do. You tell yourself what to do. You motivate yourself, and you will reap all of your awards at the end. So.
Anybody else like to share anything before we close? I think there's a couple of microphones there moving, so go ahead.
Just the opportunity that I got, because she said there has many opportunities, and I got the opportunity to be part of the Ready, Set, Teach internship. So I got to go to 2 different elementaries, and I really enjoyed my time there. And it's really like something that I want to do and get a teaching. So teach in the future.
So Ready, Set, Teach. So, and what 2 elementaries did you go to?
I went to Lee Means Elementary, and right now I'm currently at Jefferson Elementary.
Okay, so you went back home to.
Yes.
Yes. Has it changed much? Has the elementary changed from when you were?
Yes, it's a lot prettier.
Is it?
Yes.
It's called the oasis in the desert, is what Mr. Olivo calls it, the
Yes.
principal. Yes.
It's nice there, but I really enjoy it there. So.
Wow. Well, thanks for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, what I want to just say is that I'm going to leave each of you with a book, and this book, I always do this with the top 10 students because I think it's important, and it's called Tuesdays with Maury. I shift books every year, but Tuesdays with Maury is a book that I think as you move fast in life, always know to stay grounded. Always remember the little things in life. And this little book, you may not read it for another year, another month, another week, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But I think it's something that as you look at it and you reflect upon it, it might bring value, so that as you move as fast as you do, sometimes you have to slow down. So again, I hope you enjoy that. You'll have that. And I'd like to just conclude my time with Early College High School students to say that it's been most enlightening and so refreshing to see our best and our brightest students in the district come to such a pivotal point in their lives, and that is graduation. And there are students out there that are watching and may say, wait a minute, that's a long way for me. As they said and shared better than I would, it happens faster than you think. So take opportunity to not only learn from our early college high school students, but also to be a trailblazer as they have been trailblazers. So again, thank y'all so much for your time, and y'all are all going to be so successful in life that one day you might be giving me open heart surgery, and I may need you to come through like you've never before had to come through. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much.